Lassiter Factor.
What's up, all my movie-loving maniacs? This is your boy Bankful B of the Lassiter Factor, and today I'm going to talk about Send Help, which was released in theaters over the weekend. I went to the theater to go see it, so let's review. So, Send Help is a new horror comedy directed by Sam Raimi, who is a legendary filmmaker who has given us the Evil Dead franchise, Drag Me to Hell, the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man trilogy. His last film before this was Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, which I liked as a Sam Raimi movie, but as an inclusion within the Marvel Cinematic Universe, could have been better. And now he's back a few years later, returning with Rachel McAdams, who is also in Multiverse of Madness, in which she stars in this film, Send Help. She works in the corporate world, she's socially awkward, and she is denied a promotion. She goes on a work trip with her boss, but the plane crashes on a deserted island and her boss is injured. She uses her survival skills that she learned while watching Survivor, whom she is a huge fan of. And meanwhile, her boss, he is starting to get fed up with being stuck on the island, but she's starting to get accustomed to living on the island. And so the whole movie basically just becomes a whole power struggle between two people when the authorities are not around. And it was also a means for her to get revenge on her boss who treated her like shit. Now, while Sam Raimi isn't one of my favorite filmmakers, I'll always have reverence for him because he gave me the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies, because those movies hold near and dear to my heart, as I talked about those movies earlier last month. But anytime he comes out with a movie, I'm curious to see what he brings us. And this here, I really enjoyed it. In fact, I thought this movie was really going to be one thing, but then the ending and plot twist of the movie just kind of brought it home for me. But up until that point, I was really enjoying what I was watching. The best way I can describe this movie, it is Castaway meets Misery, in which, yeah, you got two people that are stuck on an island, and then one person is injured, so he can't go nowhere, and then the other person that you're stuck on the island with, she's starting to lose her damn mind. And that's part of the reason why I was interested in it, is just to watch Rachel McAdams, Regina George, lose her damn mind. And this is without a doubt, in my opinion, one of Rachel McAdams' best roles, because she really went there. She was all game. She was socially awkward when she needed to be socially awkward. But then as she starts to gradually lose her mind and started getting used to living here, because she can really start to put her survival skills to good use. And of course, she has the upper hand on her boss, who treated her like shit. And then Dylan O'Brien, he's also good at just playing just that mean boss that got the job just because of his name and really didn't deserve it. I have some opinions about nepotism, and I talked to one of my homies about it over the weekend, and we kind of went back and forth about it, but that's a conversation for another day. But that is one of the things that hooked me with this movie, is that it's just the constant struggle of who am I rooting for. On one hand, I'm rooting for her because, yeah, she's a bit socially awkward and annoying at times, but she didn't deserve to be treated the way she treated. And then the movie starts to shift, and then you start to get on Dylan O'Brien's side. You're hoping for him to get out of this situation after something happens, which I won't spoil, but then the movie just shifts back to her favor, and like, you don't know who to root for in this situation, and you don't know how or if they get out of this situation. I did like the twist near the end of this movie, because it did change my perception of the entire movie, especially when she started getting a hold of certain items. I'm like, wait, how did she do that? How did she make that? How did she get that? And then of course the ending, I'd say, is gonna make or break the movie for you. That's totally up to you, but I thought the ending worked for me in its own little twisted Sam Raimi kind of way. And that's another thing I liked about this movie, is that it is definitely a Sam Raimi movie. It definitely worked with his sensibilities, and his humor is on display in this film right here. I will say the runtime is not long, but at the same time, I did start to feel it just a little bit. Like, at a point, I was like, all right, are we going to start to wrap this up? Overall, I really enjoyed this. I'm going to give Send Help a thumbs up emoji. Thank y'all so much for watching. Have you seen Send Help? If so, let me know what you think in the comments section below. This is your boy Bankful B of the Lassiter Factor. Stay safe, wash your hands, and of course, stay warm. Peace.